Hello. In this video, we're going to take a little break from functions and we're going to look at if statements and also learn about Boolean data types. The two are closely interrelated, and that's why I'm combining them both in one video. So we already started learning about creating string variables. So we would type whatever your variable name is, and in quotation marks whatever your string is. So this is a string, and we learned about numbers a little bit. Oops, there's a integer, and we could also have a double. And you don't have to worry about the difference between an integer and a double right at the moment, but all you need to know is a double can have a decimal point in it, so there would be a double. The next thing we're going to learn is Booleans, and Boolean values can only be one of two things, true or false, and they're usually illustrated by a condition. So we can either use the keyword true, we can make a Boolean with the keyword false, or our third option would be to use a condition. My Boolean equals 5 greater than 8. Okay, so this in this case, 5 greater than 8, that's not true, that's false. So this line 9 here would be the exact same as line 8. It would compute into false. Okay, so let's get started with an if statement. An if statement has very similar syntax to our functions when we were creating functions. The only parameter an if statement will take within the parentheses is a condition. So we can either go if true, we can go if false, or we can go if 10 is greater than 1, or we can compare strings, which we'll look at later on. But as a matter of fact, let's do that right now. When we compare strings, we just use a double equal sign. So if Bob is equal to Bob, this would be true. So, and what happens is if its parameter here is true, anything within this block of code here between the two curly braces will fire off. It will occur. So let's make a real simple if statement here. If 10 is greater than 5, go ahead and echo this if statement fired, and let's save that and kind of see what happens here. Okay, this if statement fired because 10 was greater than 5, and if we change this to 10 less than 5, we should expect to see nothing. So there's nothing because this parameter here was false, our condition, and this echo statement was completely skipped over. It just totally voided this entire block of code here. Another thing we use with if statements quite often is an else statement. An else statement just uses the keyword else, and it can only be used with an if statement. And another block of code here, and you can think of an else statement as a default statement. This will happen if your condition in your if statement, your parameter, is false. It will skip right to the else statement. So let's go echo the condition was not true. So let's save that, and again, we're comparing if 10 is less than 5, which of course is false. So and we have a parse error here. Oh, I see. So let's try that again. Okay, the condition was not true because the condition which is referring to is right here, your parameter for your if statement. Another thing we could have done is put a Boolean variable directly in here. So if my Boolean, and if we look here, the last value we gave my Boolean is going to be the value that it looks at. So 5 greater than 8, which is false. So let's so this might look kind of strange, if my Boolean, but that's just asking if my Boolean equals true, go ahead and echo this if statement fired, else echo the condition was not true. So let's and that again, that was not true, so we're going to have the same result. And I just wanted to go over these two things because we will be using these with our functions in the next video to better illustrate our return keyword that we learned about in the last video. And I think that's going to about do it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.